Hey folks, welcome to this look at one of the new features in Worldographer 2025. This is the feature that I'm most excited about in our Battlemat functionality. Worldographer has functionality for world and kingdom region maps, city and village maps, and battle mats for dungeons and building interiors. So we're going to start with a new Battlemat dungeon map. Let me scroll this dialog. So the dialog is pretty familiar to people who've worked with Worldographer for a while. Just kind of a new color scheme in this case, but there's a whole bunch of additional functionality that we are putting into the tool, as well as a whole bunch of back-end changes to make that happen, and that's why we're doing the crowdfunding for Worldographer 2025. Just like a computer game like Civilization, where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Every few years, you go back to the architecture and you revise the architecture to achieve some new goals, and that's what we're doing here. So we'd ask for your support with that, and we'll have a link to the crowdfunding. One thing I want to do before I start making the map on this is I'm going to go to Configure Grid here, and we are going to switch the color so that you can see the grid a little bit, which is kind of important for this. So we're going to show off the room generation functionality, which is all brand new to Worldographer in 2025. So we can hit New Room, and we can pick a room type. And so I can say I want a hall, for example. And I can set the color scheme of that hall, like what floor it's got and what wall it has. Since it's just a hall, we're going to make it only 2 squares wide. It doesn't need any windows, so we're going to drop all of that. And it doesn't have any furniture anyway, so we don't need to worry about that. And you can see, once I start hovering over the map, I can see where it's going to be placed. I'm going to scroll down here to the middle, essentially, or move that window there. And you can see it instantly placed that hall. Not too big of a deal with a hall with just a few doors, but if I look and say I want to have the library, for example. So now for the library, I can have a larger area here. And I can say I want it to be 5 by 5. And now I don't need any more doors because we don't have any doors coming out of the library, and we've already got a door going into the library. And so I can set up some options for that. We're going to have even more options when this actually gets released. But there you go. You can see. So now it did throw a bookcase over the door. So that's a problem. But now it does detect that in the case where it's in the same room as it's placing that same thing. But because that door was already placed there, it didn't detect it this time. But we can just move that door or move that bookcase like that, and we're all set. Or we could have moved the door up there. Either way. We also have a little thing with the chairs, little bug. So this is still under development. So the little bug there with the chair there not being in the right orientation. So I can set this to be 0 degrees. And I could move this chair. Maybe we want to have a little nook over there. In fact, maybe I don't want that. Maybe I want it to be like this. And maybe I don't want, Anyway, well, once I start tweaking the map, or once I start making a map, I want to tweak it. And the point is to make this video short to just show you some of the key new features. Let's do one more, though. Let's do a bedroom. Same sort of thing with the bedroom. In this case, we don't need it to be quite so big, though. Maybe on this side of the house over here, we do have some windows. So let's give it 2 windows up there on the top. And let's hit New Room so we do get that functionality. Let's place it there. And you can see, so again, we've got the bureau blocking that door. So we can just select it, though. So it gets you something close to what you want quickly. And then, it's just a matter of you can tweak it to get the exact result that you want. So it's got everything on the map. And it's just easy to move stuff around. Again, we got this little bug with the chair there. But yeah. So I think this goes 270. No. it's, sorry, I accidentally selected the, that. I want this, so I just move that out of the way. Switch this thing here to be 270 maybe, or is it what? Or is it 90 that I need? Nope, 270, and then put this back in place. And yeah. So as you can, again, as I start playing, as I start making a map for even for demo purposes, I want to start making it perfect. And the point here is to just show you this new functionality that we've got in Worldographer. We might even get to the point where the rooms will let you pick particular furniture that you want. What type of tables do you want in the room? Because even with pine, you might have a few different pine options, for example, or even with the beds, you might have double beds instead of single beds and so forth. So, but again, I'm getting into the details. So this is Worldographer 2025, and we got Gen Con coming up next week that we're attending, booth 263, where we'll have more info on this, as well as other products that we've got. We've got our Restless Encounters deck that we did that we're really proud of, which is encounters that happen at random encounter, or better than random encounters, encounter ideas, one card each for when the party makes camp and is resting, as well as encounter builder cards, which are kind of like an oracle tarot thing. We're also got all of our side quests and NPC decks, but especially our latest ones that were released back in March. So those will be new to Gen Con. It's our first convention with them. But after Gen Con, we're going to probably take a week to unwind and finish getting the Kickstarter ready, or actually it's going to be on BackerKit, but another crowdfunding platform, and then we'll launch that. So if you follow the link that we have in the details of this video, you can find a notify me on launch button, and then you're going to be able to hear about it when it launches. So appreciate it. Thanks so much.